Welcome to another Verbling class. Today's class is Describe What You See. We'll get started shortly once students arrive in the class. The purpose of today's class is to improve upon our descriptive skills. I'll be showing students a series of images of which they will be describing in as much detail as they can. We'll get started in just a few minutes. AMP.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, teacher. How are you?
I'm good. I think we might have a really small class this morning. How about that?
Ooh, nice. Like a
I know.
private class.
It's going to be that way. I've got 3 reserved spots. I guess Monday's not a very popular day. So I got 3 spots and not everybody shows up.
Oops. Yeah, too bad.
Yeah. I can tell you're upset.
No. I was thinking about taking class an early before, and I was too sleepy.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to, focus on getting sleep. I think that's important.
Yeah. Well, this weekend I was sleeping late, so I think that this was because I slept late, starting on Thursday, so 4 days in a row. That is why, oops, today I said, no, I can't.
Well, I actually had a good night's sleep last night, as you can tell by looking at this.
I cannot see very well. Sleep analysis?
Yeah, it tracks how much sleep I get, and if I look at the details, it shows me when I'm awake in orange, when I'm in deep sleep, or when I'm in light sleep.
And it's really accurate.
No, I wouldn't say it's really accurate, but it tells you when you go to bed, and when you fall asleep, you kind of know when you look in the morning, you go like, no, it took me longer than that. But the deep sleep part is probably pretty correct. So last night I got 5 good solid hours of sleep, which is terrific.
Yeah, that's important for your health.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And what else is important for my health is having Saiban and you in my classes. Okay, that was a bad segue.
How you doing?
Good morning, Saiban. Good morning.
It's evening here, so I will say good evening, teacher.
No, it's good morning here. I can show you the sun is out. I promise you, it's morning.
Yeah, but I'm say in here in Iraq it's evening, so I will say good evening.
See, I keep forgetting you're a time traveler. You're in the future.
I'm in the future.
Yes. I'm always in the past. Well, it's a crazy day for me. I've got 3 classes today. one more in 2 hours. But have you guys seen my schedule for tomorrow?
It's early in the morning also.
I have 6 classes tomorrow.
6?
Good.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know if that's smart or stupid. I'll know tomorrow. But then the rest of the week, I'm having a pretty light set of lessons. Let me take a look. So let's see, teacher admin, schedule. I have, so 8 and 9 o'clock in the morning, I have 2 classes back to back. Then I have an hour off. Oh no, I have a private class. So I have 4 classes in a row. And then I have 2 in the afternoon. So yeah, tomorrow's a busy day. Very, very busy day. Well, I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and get started. I told you there wouldn't be many in today's class. We may have some others join us. Let me share out the screen here. Okay, so what you see here is you see some images. And I'm going to give you guys a minute of talk time. I could give you more, but I think a minute's good. And what I want you to do in that minute is I want you to describe what you see. Now again, focus on detail. Don't go so fast, but describe as much as you can in one sentence. So use multiple adjectives so we can see a multitude of well-trimmed athletes running a marathon, as an example. Okay, so I'm going to set the timer. Amp, you get to go first. Tell us what you see in this image.
In this image, I can see a group of people that are starting a marathon. It's a group of men, different teams. That is why they have different uniforms. The group that are leading is the black with the red, and the group that use blue t-shirts. They are wearing the fluorescent colors in their shoes, most of them, and it's a sunny day. At the competition, I said.
Thank you. All right, next we have Natasha. Hello, Natasha.
Hello, it's good to see you again.
It's good to see you again. Glad you could make it this morning.
Yeah, no. We today haven't seen one other, but we saw before ahead at other classes, I mean.
Okay, well, great. Well, Natasha, I'm going to give you a minute. I want you to describe with as much detail as you can this strange, bizarre image that you see.
Okay. This it's a really very strange picture for me because I really understand such people. But on this picture we can see the face of this man, and he is probably really like makeup because we can see painting different. Pictures on his face, and also a lot of metal things which are in skin and cut his lips and even nose and even earrings. So this man look at very strongly, and he is wearing a t-shirt. Also, I don't know. I think that this man is middle-aged because he is not pretty young.
Well, with all that kind of, yeah, that's bizarre. That's all I'll say. A strange image. But thank you very much, Natasha. Saiban,
Thank you.
You've got a more tranquil image to describe. Go ahead, please.
Okay, sure. I am, let's say, there's a pole, a really nice pole in this picture, and the pole it's been built in the really nice way that I mean, so it has a really nice edge. It's not deep pole, and the water seem very, I mean, clear, and it's really nice pole, I
Pool.
think. Pool, okay, pool, and there's a water, I mean, waterfall at the top of this pole. I mean, or let's say at the other side of the pole, there's a waterfall that it is.
Thank
Okay.
you, Saiban. Now, just relax, and I want you to repeat after me.
Okay.
Pool.
Pool.
Much better. Thank you. All right. We're going to go and do it again. All right. So, Amp, this is your image this time. Go ahead. Describe what you see.
It's not Natalia's turn.
Sorry?
I think it's Natalia's turn.
No, well, Natalia just joined us. She will go right after you. I go in the order that the images show up on my screen.
Okay. It seems like a painting. It's like a market with fruits, pieces of bread. But it is made, it's art with the food, the roof of the small, I have the name of this. It's made of celery, the appearance of a roof, and a piece of pepper, maybe. Bread is that I simulated the mountain, and it's also a piece of bread covering.
Thank you. All right, now it's Natalia's turn. Natalia,
Okay,
look at this,
hello
a beautiful
again.
Russian summer. Look at that.
Oh, so
You've got a minute, Natalia. Can you describe this image for us, please?
yeah. So I suppose that maybe it's a cave, the part of a cave, and this cave is connected with the sea, and so we see that. So the stone of the cave has a specific shape. The, well, let us say ceiling. Well, actually, it's not ceiling, but okay, let it be so. So it looks as if icicles were hanging from the ceiling, and so. Well, it looks quite gloomy, or it would look quite gloomy if there were no the image of the sun in the distance.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it is quite gloomy. Yeah, really gloomy. Ugh. All right, thank you very much. Natasha, describe this image for us, please.
Okay, it's maybe singer. It's I think that he is really good looking, handsome man, and he is also middle aged. He has black hair, black short hair, and he is wearing in black. Clothes. I mean, he has black jacket, and under that is he has black t-shirt. He is plays something on his guitar, and maybe a little bit sing, but looking at him, I don't know sing his song or not. But he really imagine his music because he is very serious and he is strong. And behind him,
Thank you.
okay, sorry.
All right, and Saiban, this is your image. Happy lunch.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. I am seeing, let's say, there's a guy who looks like he's so hungry. That's why he's carrying a big burger. But I think he's capable of eating this big, huge burger because he is not fitted in his mouth, and I think the burger it's made of a burger. I mean the burger it's or the sandwich is made of burger, and let's say it consists the tomato, cheese, burger, lettuce, and mayonnaise, and I think
Thank you,
probably
Saiban,
okay.
describing this very terrible scene that we see here. Terrible. All right. This round, I'm changing how we do it. I don't want you to describe what you see. I repeat, don't describe what you see. What I want you to do is tell us what comes to mind when you see the image. What does it remind you of? Or what does it make you think about? For this, I'll have Anna's not here. I'll have Amp start us off. Amp, you've got 2 minutes. That's right, because I'm having you describe what you're thinking about. I'll give you more time. You each have 2 minutes. Go ahead, Amp.
Well, this image, it's not something that I can see in my country because we never have snow here. But it remember when you go to the other region. I live on the coast, or when I travel to the Andes. Generally, you can see the highway wet because of the fog or because a small light rain, and you can see this kind of landscape that is not pretty clear sometimes during the day, and two ways. The highway is just 2 lanes like this one, and it's cold. For me, it's cold because I live on the coast with temperatures higher. But in this region, there you can find in some areas that is temperatures under 12. It's and it's the vegetation. It's also with a tall trees, and in some areas there are some mudslide because of the rain. Sometimes the highway is just closed for some hours when there are some slides mudslides in the middle of the day, and it.
Thank you. Yeah, that's probably somewhere in the United States, although it looks very similar to the type of climate we have here. All right, thank you very much. And Natalia, you've got 2 minutes. What comes to mind when you see this?
Oh, so so something positive. So I think that this composition was made by either kids or by teenagers or just people who are not so young, but who are still full of enthusiasm, optimism, happiness, and all these things. So I really like the combination of colors. Yellow, which for me symbolizes energy. So blue, well, the sea. And brown. So actually, I suppose that this combination of colors is quite typical. So let us consider the combination of colors at the seaside. But here in Russia, we also have this combination of colors. I mean, the field of rye, for example, and the blue sky. So I like it. So when I look at it, when I look at this picture, at this photo, so it makes me smile, and I wish I were now there at the seaside.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what else I can add.
When are you going there? When are you going to go to this nice warm place?
I usually go to the Black Sea.
Very nice. Sounds splendid. Well, thank you very much. With 5 seconds left, we'll go over to Natasha. Natasha, a very similar image for you. What comes to mind when you see this image here?
Oh, really? Yeah, it's like jeopardize for me because this picture remembers the last holiday which I spent with my smallest daughter in Miami, and really we were firstly at the Atlantic Ocean, and there was the same beach, very warm and blue ocean. I have never swimming before in so warm water. It's really, really incredible. So I don't know. Maybe this family. I mean that they maybe like me. They are visited somebody, and in this case, they have the same opportunity to swim in such beautiful and warm ocean. But maybe they are living there, and it is routine holiday which they spend together, looking at sky, looking at birds, and dreaming about something very, very pleasure for them. So when I don't know, looking at this picture, maybe they dream about their nearest future, or maybe they can imagine where they are going to go in their future holiday, or maybe the same situation, they are tired after swimming in this ocean, and now they can be calmness and have a rest, sitting on these white
Thank you.
sands.
Well described. Thank you very much. Saiban, look at this beautiful or interesting shot. What comes to mind when you see this image?
Okay, I think first of all, this foggy picture. I mean that the weather is foggy. Okay. What has come to my mind is a mysterious world. So when you go to the something that you are not sure what you are gonna uh, face, I mean, or what it's gonna be in just a few minutes. I mean, just a next few minutes. So it comes to my mind that your future is not clear. So you might be so lucky or so unlucky. So that's why I think this future it's not optimistic. It's pessimistic for me because and it's scary because you don't know what's gonna happen in your future. And by the way, not in my city, but in the remote place, the village, in my village, that it is located in the mountain area. It always has the same weather during winter, so it also remind me my village, and it is the same. It has the same luck or the same weather. That's why it reminds me also my village. But it's also, I mean, even my village, people are not, I mean, living in this weather, especially during winter. They come back to their home the summer.
Thank you, Saiban.
Okay. Sure.
All right, Amp. What comes to mind when you see this?
A good work of decoration using the egg, and in order to seem like just a chicken when it's hatching the egg, they are using probably a pastry bag to do this with a puree, or maybe using the yolk from the egg, and it looks nice, and is a way that you can use that for children in order to get fun when they are eating, and it's very creative, and it's combined also with lettuce, because most of the children don't like vegetables. But with this creativity, that they use carrot to make the beak of the chicken, and their eyes, probably they use pepper or something to make the eyes from these small chicks, and they are in different sizes, depending on the size of the egg, and it is they seem also the top of the egg. Some of them are using like small dishes for this decoration with the pastry bag.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, so I think Natalia thinks she's going to get this image, but she's not. She's going to get this image. What comes to mind when you see this image?
Oh, so so maybe somebody read a novel by Swift. I actually don't remember how the novel is entitled. Something like something about giants and something about Lilliputs, and so the author of this composition read this novel and decided to demonstrate how a human could live in the country of giants, or how Lilliput feels in our everyday situation. So we see that everything you do casually is quite different and challenging. So it makes me think that sometimes we don't understand people who differ from us, people. So I mean that maybe we don't understand disabled people so much. I mean, certainly we say that we understand them, but it's theory, but it's really very different when you experience it yourself. And so another thought, very funny, but just yesterday I listened to a story by Selma Lagerlof about a little boy, Niels, who was bewitched and who was transformed into a dwarf, into an elf, and actually it's very suitable. This picture is very suitable to the description, I mean, but sorry.
Yeah, and I think you're referring to the story Gulliver's Travels, the Lilliputians and all that.
Yeah.
So well done. Thank you very much. All right. I've lost my place. Sorry, was that Natalia or Natasha speaking?
Yes, I'm here. Okay, looking at this picture, I imagine maybe the working morning, because looking at this throne wearing a man and woman with badging on their breath, I think that they are going to the job, or maybe they are going to something. I don't know, maybe something conference, because I think that are looking very smart, like maybe programmers from Silicon Valley or other people, intellectual people, I mean. I don't know. I think that they are living in a big city like maybe New York or maybe London. I don't know. I have never been there before. But looking at the skyline, multi-stories building with built from metal and a lot of glasses, we can imagine that they are something very downtown. I mean, the business center of their city, and there are a lot of offices, a lot of other very strong and important institutions. So maybe they are going and imagine their future job or their creative project they have do in their nearest future, or they did them, and nowadays they are speaking about it because they have to know about advantages and disadvantages of their project, and they create the more clever and more useful their future project, I mean. Okay, but I don't know. I think that these people from different countries of the world.
Thank you very much. Saiban, you're up next.
Okay, sure. What it comes to my mind when I just look at this picture, it is the food, because it's I'm seeing a kitchen it's very nice kitchen, and so it comes to mind the time of the food, I mean of eating. So yeah, and I think also it reminds me my our kitchen, because it's not exactly a match with this kitchen, but it's a little bit close. We in our kitchen is the same style. I mean, the same style. We have like a table in the center of the kitchen, and in the mid of the kitchen. They say in the center of the kitchen, and also the other thing is looks like the same thing. So and also it reminds me the modern how the houses become, I mean, more comfortable than before. Because I remember our first house, it has a really terrible kitchen, and we couldn't even standing, let's say we couldn't even eating for our food or meal in this kitchen because it was so terrible. It doesn't have a good design, and because of the, I mean, of the limited, let's say, or poverty. Okay, thanks.
Thank you very much, Saiba. All right. So again, I want you guys to draw upon your past. Tell us stories from your past that the images remind you of. I'm going to increase your time to 3 minutes. However, if you can't go the full 3 minutes, that's okay too. Let me know. But because we're talking about stories in our past, you should be able to talk for more than 3 minutes because the events lasted for more than 3 minutes. If you allow yourself to just take it slow and try to remember details of smells, colors, the sizes of things, and how you felt. So let's see, put the pressure on Amp, who starts us off. Amp, go ahead, you have 3 minutes.
Um, well, with this image that remember me when I was a child, and nearby my neighborhood there was a big area that was empty, and generally the boys of go there used to go there and play a different sport. Um, Here it's very popular the soccer, but from time to time they just take a bat and they use a ball also to play. Not necessarily following the rules that baseball had, but they they have a lot of fun, just running, chasing each other, and this area it wasn't covered with grass. In some part of this it was just weed, or it's just the ground, the soil. Generally, when they finish playing, they used to finish just the clothes made a mess with with spots in their clothes, or with the shoes very dirty, and yeah, problem for their mothers that they want they were responsible to clean this, and but it was more fun when it was raining in the season that it was uh, vacation. Generally, it was a winter time for us, and it was raining, and wow, you can't imagine the mud, and they just enjoy um, jumping in these small uh, uh, pieces like pools of mud water, and yeah, they like to run, chase each other. Here in my neighborhood, where we weren't too many girls, is more a big group of boys. That is why my brothers enjoy a lot with their friends. They used to go there. We usually just played outside home, not too far here, or just in the park.
Thank you very much. Great story, I loved it. All right. Natalia, let's see if we can pick a good one for you to. That's silly. Here we go. I love this little image. So you've got 3 minutes. Go ahead when you're ready.
So, actually, I can't identify this tiny animal. Is it a mouse? Oh, no?
I have no idea what it is.
Okay, right. Well, okay, so actually, I like this picture because it reminds me of my childhood. Because in my childhood, I used to dream of having pets at home. Well, suddenly I had a cat and we had a dog, but I also wanted to have a hamster, for example, a mouse, but we didn't have it. And I used to either read stories about keeping pets, such a little bit unusual pets, or I used to make up stories myself, but at the same time, so if we speak about when we speak about mice, for example, it reminds me that when I saw a mouse, I was frightened. So I mean that in my imagination, so the mouse which I wanted to have as a pet, and the mouse which I saw, which I happened to see once, had nothing in common. So in my imagination, the mouse, the pet which I was going to have, was a kind one with such big white eyes as we see here in the picture. But I saw a mouse, and well, I was afraid of it because it was gray, and I remember the feeling that I thought that maybe it would even attack me, or it would bite me, or something of this kind. But I also sympathized with him because with it, because I thought that it was so small, and so it should feel so vulnerable, because there are giants near him, and there are predators. Let us take a cat, for instance. So such mixed feelings, and so such actually, well, okay.
Perfect timing. I sense you were coming to the end.
Okay.
Thank you very much. All right, Natasha, let's see what we can get for you here.
Okay.
A painting. Perfect.
Oh, okay. Oh my God, I don't know really. Okay, looking at this picture, I can remember my visit to the Hermitage in St. Petersburg, because when I were yeah, I had the opportunity to looking at really different, very amazing and famous pictures from very well-known masters of the deal, I mean. But also looking at these, I might create my remembered about a poem by Shakespeare, Romeo and Juliet. I don't know because, but maybe it's looking at this wall with these windows, and on the one hand, and or I mean side, and on the other side, this beautiful, very beautiful, I mean, and calm woman in old-fashioned dress. I don't know. I kind of said that I have something real history which are connected, which connected with my remembered and my imagined, but. I can imagine then this woman maybe looking at or maybe wait somebody, and at the same time she's reading something interesting for her, but she is really sorry. But she is really reading is very carefully, and at the same time, her face can improve that maybe she is fall in love, maybe because she sits near the window, and sometimes she has the opportunity look through the window and look at somebody or something what are under her window. I mean, I don't know. She is alone in her room, and I really don't think that she has a lot of friends or other people who have the opportunity meet her very often because in those time if I am not mistaken. Okay, if
Thank
so,
you,
yes.
Natasha. Thank you. All right, Saiban, let's see if I can get you something different than a.
Yes, please, teacher.
Let's do
Because
this one here. No kitchens this time. Go ahead. You've got 3 minutes, Saiban.
okay, okay. Indeed, uh, actually, there's a it's really nice picture or view. It reminds me when I just travel, when I fly from place to place. I have flown many times or travel by plane. And whenever I book I bought let's say whenever I buy the ticket, I got the seat. It's just behind, let's say, it's close to the window, so I can see the weather very. I mean, let's say I can see the outside of the plane or the view very well. That's why it reminds me. This picture reminds me the view of the earth. So and just I will explain one of my but just recently when I came back to Iraq, we flew let's say above Jerusalem, not Jerusalem, the above Israel, Palestine to Oman. So when we just reached to Israel, the flight attendant they say, hey, attention for everybody, we reached to Israel country. I mean, we are now above Israel, and I look at the sea. I was beside the window, so and I could see the earth or Israeli's country. I mean the ground very well. So and it reminds me this picture. It reminds me exactly what I have seen. I mean in the plane. Was really nice view, and my friend was sitting beside to me, and he say, "Okay, look at this look at the sea. This is the Dead Sea. I'm not exactly. I don't remember the name of this sea." But he say, okay, look at this is the Mediterranean Sea, and after that he say, look at this sea. It is the Dead Sea. So the Dead Sea. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I wonder what the Mediterranean Sea looks like from space. All right, terrific. Well, we've got 10 minutes left, so we don't have time for 3 minutes each, and I'm sure some of you are relieved. But in these shorter classes, I like to give you guys more talk time. Surprise, I'm still here. Okay, let's do something based on things that I have here. So AMP, let's see, we'll do 2 minutes. And I want you to describe this or memories you have of things like this in your past or what it reminds you of. Go ahead, please.
Not at all. I am not a fan of playing video games. Yes, this remember just my nieces and nephews that they love to spend hours playing with this, and they have that control. Sometimes they were playing and they were just focused on the game, and it's like nobody else exists around them. And I used to tease them when they are distracted. Just I push the control of them, so they lost the game. And yes, in that way they just react, because it's like they are just focused on that and nobody else exists around. You can call them and they don't pay attention. And yes, it's for me it's annoying. Spend a lot of time in front and screen and just playing, and these games are just killing people, blood everywhere. So
Just
I don't.
yelling. There's some punching and
Yeah,
racing.
aggressivity, violence. Well, I don't like that at all. So, and also because it's too colorful, I don't stand many hours being there watching on the screen like that. But well, maybe they can say the same when I spend a lot of time in front of my computer.
Thank you. All right, next item that I can grab, and oh, here we go. So Natalia,
Yeah.
this item here, when you see this, does anything come to mind? Does it remind you of anything?
Actually, nothing comes to my mind.
Nothing comes to mind. Well, you know what you use to do you know what that's used for?
No.
Catching fish.
Okay.
The fishing
Okay.
rod.
Okay, yeah. So actually, I have never seen such cutting-edge fishing rods. I only remember the fishing rods from my childhood, which my friends, boys, used to have. And yeah, so in my childhood, we often went to the yeah, I see now. Yes, to the riverside to have fun. And boys, my friends, the boys used to make improvised fishing rods. So they usually used some stick and a piece of rope or a piece of thread, and they looked for worms or for insects, and they attached these insects to the rope, and so luckily from time to time they even caught a few fish, but again at the end of it I felt sorry for the fish. And sometimes I manage to persuade the boys to throw the fish back to the river. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. Well, suddenly now when I think of all this, well, it's really very funny, and now I understand that probably these were among the happiest moments of my life, because it meant that I had friends, and actually it's...
Rex, time is up. Actually, that fishing rod is about 35 years old, although the fishing reel is relatively recent. All right, thank you. Natasha, what can let's see, I've got something else here in the room. What about these? Does anything come to mind when you see these images?
Ah, what is it? Oh, it's like the guitar, yeah?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Okay. Well, to be honest, I have never played and I have never used something musician instruments like the guitar, the piano, and so on. But when I was a child, I dreamed that I will play very good and I will be maybe famous in this way. I don't know, but I in the end of the day, I really don't play any music instrument. So I remember our boys, I mean school matters, they are create musician group, and on our school celebrate. It could be different celebrates of our school. They are always played on their guitars and song things, and it's really was very mad, and it was so beautiful, and even all girls couldn't imagine something different group for our school. And even when was our last day at school, our last bill at school, our boys song, sings, and play on the same guitar for us. It was really creative and very interesting concert, because they are song very popular for their times. Sings our lovest singers, and it was a big surprise for us, because we didn't know that I prepared such concert for us. Okay.
All right, for Saiban, let's see, walk around. Oh, I know. So Saiban, what comes to mind when you see these things?
Oh gosh. Okay. I see screwdriver and the I don't know how to say it. It tools that used for construction, built for construction work or other work. And by the way, just last week when we tried to settle a new network, so we asked company to come, and he said you need some tool to settle on your on the top of your building. So I don't know how to say, to have a signal, you have to put a device on the top of your building. So you will receive the signal from other. I don't know what do you name it in English. What do you call it in English?
But I know is antenna.
Okay, so yeah, he tried to settle this tool on the top of our building, or the internet will receive the signal from other. I don't know how to say it. It's like satellite. It's like wireless device he tried to stick with the with the, I mean, I don't know how to describe it. Sorry, but anyway, he he say, please bring the screwdriver, and I just bring those tools. We have it in our in the box. I bring it to him, and he did what he should to do.
All right, thank you very much. Time is up. Well, guys, that's the end of the 2-hour back-to-back set of classes. I am back in 1 hour. And then, of course, tomorrow I am a little bit foolish. I went ahead and set up 7 classes, starting at the same time as today and going all the way through till about 5 o'clock my time. So it's a long day of classes, but you should be able to find a class at the time you like. If you're interested in joining my class in an hour, there are 3 spots available. But that's it. I need to get going. I need to take an hour to relax, and then I'm back for 1 class. Thank you for coming, guys. You guys did a tremendous job today. I gave you a lot of talk time, and you guys did a good job. And keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Teacher.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.